Okay, please, can you start with your name?
My name is Violet
What
Fullbear.
if I don't know my
Violet
driver's
Fullbear?
license number?
And how old are you?
I'm 23.
23?
Yeah.
And do you live here in Denver?
For now, yes.
Where are you from? Where were you last?
I was last in Boulder, but I'm from North Dakota.
Were you
On a
born
reservation. Yeah.
What tribe are you?
Lakota Sioux.
Lakota Sioux? And
Yeah.
are you full-blood Lakota Sioux?
98%. I have
That's
2%
pretty-
German in me.
I was gonna say we're all like 2% white or black. I think like with the ancestry, right?
Yeah.
So what brings you to Colorado? First of all, I hope you've enjoyed your time here.
I have.
Yeah.
I really have. What brought me to Colorado was the legalization of weed, pretty much. And I have friends here in Denver because I met them here when I first came to Denver last year.
Okay.
And I decided to come back and say hi and just, stop through. I've been here for about 4 months now.
Starting older to now?
I was here in Denver July 1st.
Okay.
Whenever I first got out of jail in Texas.
Okay.
And then I've been in Colorado area for about 4 months
I gotcha.
with my husband.
Oh, where's your husband?
Right here.
Oh, no, there he is. Right there. Okay,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
my
And what's
husband.
your name again?
Star.
Star.
Yeah.
Nice. You want to go next too?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
I'm
Okay,
not
so-
that great at talking about myself, but I'll figure
That's
it out.
okay. We can ask non-leading questions if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, gosh, where do we begin? What would you like to say first? Do you want us to ask questions, or would you
Yeah, that would be easier.
Okay. Do you mind if we ask why you're in prison or jail? Or?
I was in jail for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I was really drunk, and I beat my ex-fiance up with a rock.
And he was aware of that before you guys got married?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
I see how it is. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so what was that all about? Was it?
It was just me being drunk and stupid, and him being annoying, and me not taking it because I have like anger issues, and so yeah. And then 2 weeks later, after I got out that time, I ended up going back in for beating him up because he decided we should drink hard liquor, even though I just got out of jail. And I ended up beating him up. He ended up calling the cops, and I did 5 months.
If I remember right, you said you're 23 years old?
Yeah,
And so how old were you when this all sort of happened the first time?
this year.
Oh, this year.
This
Okay,
year.
So then how did you, let's say focus on you. So, and so you grew up in North Dakota on
Yeah.
a reservation?
Yeah.
And can you tell us what that was like?
There's a lot of poverty on the reservation, even though like they say like you get government checks and this, that, and the other. They don't really last long when you're in a house of like 7 or 8 people, trying to feed 7 or 8 people. Like it's really hard on the reservation. I really didn't like it because of like my actual family that was there. They were really snotty-nosed human beings who were like, I'm better than you, I'm better than everyone in the world. And I didn't like that. But I ended up getting off the reservation when I was 17 because my Aunt Prairie, she took me off the res and took me to Nevada to this festival called Burning Man. Yeah. And then
What was
after
that like for you?
it was fun.
How old were you when you went? So you were 17 and you
Yeah.
went to Burning Man?
Yeah.
And that's a pretty surreal moment from what I understand.
Dude, it was really fun.
Yeah?
I saw like all these like art
So
sculptures.
What year was this that you went to Burning Man?
I don't even remember.
So when
dude.
you were 17?
I was 17. I'm 23.
So 6 years ago?
That was like
So
5 or 6 years ago.
2014 maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, 2014 Burning Man.
Yeah.
Crazy
it was,
festival,
It
right?
was really
what
fun.
What day did you get there?
I got there in like the middle of August.
Okay, like at the beginning of the
Yeah.
festival? Okay.
Yeah.
And then were you there for more than like one day? Or?
I was there for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Where did you guys sleep during that?
We slept in my sister's bus.
Okay.
She has this
like
school bus. It's a Bluebird.
Oh, so she has a thing over there.
Yeah.
Oh, what do they do?
She's with a camp there called Burners Without Borders.
Okay, what do they do? That sounds amazing, by the way.
They're pretty much just people from all over the country, and they all camp together, and they all go and check out the campsites and everything else. as of my knowledge. And then after I went to Burning Man, Matt Prairie gave me a simple question. Do you want to go back to the reservation, or do you want to go with Morgan to go to California and trim weed? I was like, I want to go trim weed. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, my sister Morgan.
Oh, okay.
And so we went to California, and this is the first time I ever been to California, ever been off my reservation. So I was just like really excited about all of it.
Where in California did you guys?
Northern California in Arcata.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so North Bay?
Yeah,
Okay.
North California,
Yeah.
Humboldt County.
Nice. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The whole county smells like weed.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But we ended up on one of her friend's farms, and I was there for a week. And then I was carrying totes of weed for them after they had just put them in baggies.
Like $10,000 worth of
Yeah. I was carrying 2 totes, and I ended up stepping on like this foldable chair thing, and my foot got stuck in between 2 bars, and I fell, and I ended up messing up the top of my foot. It was like bruised. The bone structure was bruised really badly, so they ended up sending me back down the hill and back into Arcata with 3 pounds of pot and $100.
No shit.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, whatever. And then I met this traveler. His name was Slingshot, and I was like, you seem cool. Let's hang out. So we started hanging. Yeah, it was all in my backpack. But we started hanging out, and then I was like, so what are we gonna do? Because I have like all this weed, and I have this money that's like not gonna last very long. And he was like, well, we can save that and put it into hash and smoke it on the way to New Orleans. And I was like, wait, New Orleans? And he was like, yeah, it's Bus Stop's birthday, another friend of mine.
Wait, but you just met Slingshot.
Yeah, no, we were hanging out for a couple weeks, and I never told him about my weed in my backpack. I just like getting drunk every day, shit show every day. And then I finally told him when I was sober, and I was like, oh, I have this weed in my backpack, dude. Like, what are we gonna do? And he was like, well, the bus stop just talked to me this morning, and he wants us to go with him to New Orleans. We could save it, put it in the seats, press it in a hash, and then smoke some of it, and then sell it in New Orleans. And I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do it. So the next day, we're on our way to New Orleans. We're all discussing it. We're all like, okay, so V, this is your weed. What do you want to do? And I was like, I really don't care, dude. Weed's weed.
Can I ask you, so wait, I'm sorry, let's go back to Humboldt. You hurt yourself.
Yeah,
and
no,
so
I was walking around with a fucking wrap around my foot and limping around.
Did they fire you at that point?
Yeah, they.
But they're like, don't tell anyone, just take this weed and go?
Yeah.
That was like your severance package?
Yeah, pretty much.
Otherwise,
That was
not so
my
bad,
work time package.
Your work time was $3,000 in weed.
That was my fault.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, keep going. Okay.
And
okay.
so
All right.
I literally, so we go down to New Orleans, we start selling weed, and then my homie Slingshot ends up getting jacked for about 8 grams, because there's people down in New Orleans that are bad, and they're the only ones that are supposed to sell weed there. So
he got caught that fast. He's trying to sell.
Yeah. Okay. We were there for about 4 days, doing our thing, selling weed, drinking, fucking, making money.
Where
and
were
then,
you? Were you down Bourbon Street?
No, we were on Decatur Street.
Okay. So
not far from Bourbon.
Did you guys? Well, how did you guys decide to set up shop there as opposed to someplace else?
There was like a bunch of like travelers on that street that we were selling to.
Had anyone of you guys sold weed before?
Yeah, I haven't personally, but they have.
So they supposedly knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But then they got rounded up by the
and
local
then Slingshot
organization.
got rounded up by like these gang stalkers.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, yo, this is my street, find a different street. And then he was like, dude, I'm just trying to make some money. I'm trying to make a living. And it's like, can you like let me do my thing? And then he ended up getting jumped and all of his shit stolen. And so I was like, okay, so what now? Mm-hmm. I mean, we have more, but what now? Because I don't want to like this to happen again. I don't want this to be a repetitive thing. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, you know what? I had 1 pound of weed left, put it in my backpack. I was like, okay, I'm out. Let's go. So me, my homie Slingshot, my homie Mayhem, and my homie Red, we all hopped out of New Orleans on a freight train.
Like literally a train?
Yeah, like a freight train.
Okay, how'd you get on it?
We waited under the city bridge in New Orleans, and where they usually have the Voodoo Fest, and we just waited there. And it was like 2 days in. Like one night, we're all sleeping, and Red's awake. He's like waiting for the train to come. It stops on this bridge, and he was like, all of you guys get the fuck up now. We gotta go. So I like get up, pack my shit. I'm like one of the first ones awake because everyone has like a bunch of stuff laid out. And I started like walking the tracks, and I started like hopping the little planks. And I find a grainer hole. And I was like, that's my train. Right there, that's mine, that's my ride. So I get on the ladder, I put my stuff in the grainer hole, and I get into the grainer hole. Red gets into the other side of the grainer hole, and then they're on a different ride. The other two are on a different ride. And so we end up outside of Baton Rouge. The train stops. The engines get off and just keep going. The train's just sitting there for about 8 to 10 hours. And so we're like, I don't know what to do. What do we do now? And we're like, we don't have a phone. We don't know exactly where we're at. So we just start walking the tracks like back. And we walked about 15 miles. And we found this little town outside of Baton Rouge. And so we walk into town. All these people are like calling the cops on us because we're homeless and we're walking through. So we stop at the McDonald's there, sit down. My homie goes in and gets us some chicken nuggets, and then the cops like pull up and they're like, "What are you guys doing in this town?" And we're like, "We're just passing through, you know."
What race, what background are your friends?
My homie Slingshot, he's half black and half white.
Okay.
Red is half black, half white.
Okay.
And Mayhem's white.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, go, please.
And so the cops are like, well, do you guys have any money? You guys have, like, any income? And we're like, so we panhandle for a living. And no, we don't have any money. We spent all our money on this little box of chicken nuggets. And they're like, what, really? So they go into McDonald's and they said, well, we got to go check with the manager to see if you can sit here. And they come out with like fucking 4 bags of like all these burgers and chicken McNuggets and fries. And then the last one comes out with like drinks. And we're like, what? Dude, I thought we were going to jail. Oh my gosh. And they're like, yeah, this is for you guys. Whatever you do, just don't stay here too long. And after you're done eating, just be on your way. And we're like, we will. We're all excited because we got like all this food.
So tell us about that. So you were fearing one thing. It turned out to be the other. Was that? Do they treat you respectfully? I guess.
They were pretty respectful. Yeah. I mean, in a way, yeah. But like, they were like, you know, what are you doing in this town at first? You know, like, what are you doing? And then after we like told them everything, they were like, oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go talk to the manager, see what's up. We'll be right back out. And so when they come back out, they have all this food, and we're like, okay, cool, awesome, yeah.
Wow.
And then we ended up walking out of that town too. Before we walked out, the night before, we ended up sleeping on this farmer's land, and it is near this big wood pile. And then we wake up, we start walking across his crops that are like already cut down, and he sees us. So he like drives up and he is like, so what's up, you guys? What are you walking through my land for? And we're like, we're just trying to get to this bridge. Can we walk across this bridge? And it's like this big bridge that goes into Baton Rouge. And he was like, hold on, I'll make a phone call. And so he makes his phone call, and he was like, yeah, you guys are free to walk across that bridge. And we're like, okay. So we start walking, we get to the top, and there's 2 state patrol cars like sitting right there waiting for us. And we're like, oh shit, we're gonna be in trouble. So we start walking a little bit slower. We're like, okay, so here's the story. And then like we try to make up a story and shit. And then like we like walk right past the patrol cars and they're just like, we're like, oh, okay, we didn't get fucked with. Cool. Okay, keep walking. So we keep walking and then we end up by this bridge and we're like, let's just sleep here for the night. So we slept there. And then the next day we walked another like 23 miles to this like really small rural town in New Orleans or in Louisiana, and like they were really cool with us there too. Like they got us like chicken and all this like homemade food. It was pretty cool.
Awesome. People really seems like you've benefited along the way, or you've
I have.
attempted to be not kind. You know.
Yeah, I've benefited a lot, and I've also been messed with by the cops a lot.
I'm sure you've been messed with, no doubt, no doubt. So
but
V, right? V, Cool Bear?
Violet.
Violet.
boy.
So, I guess 23. So, where do you picture yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now,
Yeah, like what?
I
are your hopes?
picture
You
myself-
do a lot of traveling. It seems like.
in a house,
Yep.
having a stable job, with a car, in a really good town. Probably end up back on my reservation. I don't know yet.
Let's tell me about your reservation again. What tribe again?
Lakota Sioux.
Lakota Sioux. How many people live there?
On my reservation?
Yes.
About 14,000.
14,000.
Yeah.
And then, did you graduate high school there?
No, I did not graduate high school.
Did you go to high school there?
No, I did go to high school there.
Okay.
I dropped out in 11th grade and I went to Job Corps.
Okay.
I got my welder certificate. I almost got my high school diploma, and then I beat up a kid in the cafeteria because he was being racist.
Is he on the reservation or what?
No, the Job Corps was up in northern North Dakota in Minot.
So what was the background as a racist? The person who dealt the
I think
racist
he was
mark?
Italian or something.
Italian.
Yeah.
And then what did he say to you? What did he do?
No, he was making racist slurs towards my brothers who were in Job Corps with me, and he
Your
was
blood
like,
brothers? Your
Huh?
actual family
Yeah.
brothers? Okay, yeah.
and he was like in the cafeteria. So we're sitting on this long table. He's like right here, and he was like, "Man, fucking prairie niggers need to go back to where they came from."
That's what they
And-
call you?
Yeah, and I looked back and I was like, "You guys just hear that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do nothing because we really need to be here." And I was like, "I really need to be here too, but I'm not putting up with that, dude. That's not cool." So I stand up, I go to his table. I was like, "You got a problem, dude? Like with us just being in like your existence? If you don't like it, dude, get out."
And
Like-
this is like an office lunch room or what?
It's a
what is-
cafeteria room.
For what, like a big company?
No, for Job Corps.
So, but there are other people here at this. Yeah, tell us what Job Corps is like, just so we can understand the setting. When
Job
you're-
Corps is a place where you go where you can get your high school diploma or your GED and you can get a trade.
Okay. And you'd already got welding though, you said.
Yeah, I already got my welder certificate.
Yeah.
But I was staying there because I needed my high school diploma.
Gotcha. And you were close to that.
And I was at 92% and I needed to be at 100%.
Yeah.
And then this happened in the cafeteria. And I beat up the kid in the cafeteria because he was being really racist and I didn't like him. And then the next day I got shipped back to my reservation.
Just like that.
Just like that. They don't mess around in Job Corps. They really don't.